To the world, he's the Golden Maknae of BTS, the one who can sing, dance, rap, draw, cook, everything perfectly, the one whose smile lights up stadiums, the one who never seems to break. But behind that flawless talent, behind that infectious energy, behind that brightest smile, there's a story of crushing rejection, loneliness that cut like a knife, endless pain, and silent heartbreak. Because before he became Jungkook of BTS, he was just a scared 13-year-old boy who almost gave up on his dream. This is the untold story of Jungkook and the pain he carried behind the smile. Chapter 1. The rejection that almost ended everything. At just 13 years old, Jungkook stood on the Superstar K stage with his whole heart on the line. He sang with everything he had, but the judges said no, eliminated in the early rounds. He walked off that stage in tears, feeling like his dream had died right there. A little boy from Busan, rejected by the biggest audition in Korea. Most kids would have gone home and never tried again, but that heartbreak became fuel. Days later, a big hit scout saw his raw talent in the audition footage and offered him a chance. Jungkook said yes, not knowing he was walking into years of even greater pain. Chapter 2. The lonely boy who left home at 14. Jungkook packed one small bag and moved alone to Seoul. No parents, no friends, just a tiny dorm room and a company that barely had money. He left his family in Busan, the mom he called every night, the dad who supported his singing. The first weeks were hell. He sat in the convenience store eating cup ramen alone, staring at the wall. "I don't have any friends," he told his mother on the phone, voice cracking. Every night he cried himself to sleep. The city felt too big. The silence in the dorm felt too loud. A child who should have been playing with friends was instead fighting to survive in a cutthroat industry. Chapter 3. The youngest trainee in a cruel world. As the youngest trainee in Big Hit, Jungkook was surrounded by older, more experienced boys. He was shy, quiet, easily overlooked. Trainers pushed everyone hard, but the Maknae felt he had to work twice as much just to be seen. He practiced until his voice cracked and his legs gave out. While others went home, Jungkook stayed behind, repeating the same steps until midnight. The pressure of being the baby crushed him. He was terrified the Hayoungs would think he was too weak, too young, too useless. So he smiled brighter and trained harder, hiding the fear that one day they would send him back to Busan. Chapter 4. Homesickness that never left. The loneliness hit hardest at night. Jungkook would hide in the bathroom and call his mom, sobbing so hard he couldn't speak. "I miss you so much," he whispered. Jin, the oldest young, became his guardian angel, picking him up from school, making sure he ate proper food, and quietly wiping away tears no one else saw. But even with that love, the ache remained. A 14-year-old boy who should have been in school with friends was instead carrying the weight of a future he wasn't sure he could survive. That homesickness never fully healed. It just learned to hide behind his smile. Chapter 5. Endless rehearsals that broke his body. To prove he belonged, Jungkook turned practice into punishment. 18-hour days became normal. He drilled vocals until his throat bled. He repeated choreography until his muscles screamed. The other members rested. Jungkook kept going. Because in his mind, if he stopped, he would be left behind. The fear of disappointing the group pushed him past human limits. His body paid the price. shoulders dislocated from endless dance practice, feet injured from jumping for hours on hard floors. But he never complained. He just smiled wider and said, "I'm okay, Hyung." Chapter 6. The crushing pressure of the Golden Maknae. Even before debut, the label started calling him the Golden Maknae. It was supposed to be a compliment. To Jungkook, it felt like a chain. He had to be perfect at everything: singing, dancing, rap, even variety. One small mistake, and the voice in his head screamed, "You're not good enough." That title became a cage. He practiced in secret at 3 a.m., terrified that one day the members would realize he was just a scared kid pretending to be golden. The pressure to never fail started eating him alive. Chapter 7. The dark days when BTS almost disbanded. After debut in 2013, nothing came easy. Tiny stages, almost no fans. The group was on the edge of disbandment more than once. Jungkook watched his Hungs cry in secret and felt helpless. He blamed himself. "I need to work harder," he thought. So while the world slept, he stayed in the practice room until sunrise, singing until his voice disappeared, dancing until he collapsed. The heartbreak of watching his dream almost die while he was still a teenager left scars no one could see. Chapter 8. Injuries, tears, and hidden heartbreak. The physical pain finally caught up. Shoulder surgery, foot injuries, vocal strain that made every high note torture. Doctors told him to rest. Jungkook said no. He performed with ice packs and painkillers, smiling like nothing hurt. Behind closed doors, he broke. In documentaries, fans caught glimpses, Jungkook crying quietly after shows, overwhelmed with the weight of it all. The loneliness of fame hit harder than trainee days. Millions loved him, yet he still felt completely alone. Chapter 9. Hiding the pain behind the perfect smile. The world saw the energetic bunny-smile Jungkook, the one who laughs at everything, the one who seems unbreakable. But that smile was armor. Every time the pressure became too much, he cracked a joke. Every time homesickness returned, he danced harder. Every time self-doubt whispered, "You don't deserve this," he smiled brighter for the cameras. Because showing weakness wasn't an option for the Golden Maknae. He carried the pain alone so his members and army would never worry. Chapter 10. From broken boy to global icon. Yet Jungkook never gave up. He turned every tear into strength, every rejection into fire, every injury into proof he could survive anything. Slowly, the boy who cried alone in Seoul became the man who fills stadiums with his voice. He learned to live with the scars. He learned that being golden doesn't mean being perfect. It means never stopping, even when it hurts. The struggles didn't disappear. They became part of his power. Today, Jungkook isn't just the talented Maknae. He is living proof that the brightest smiles are often forged in the darkest nights. His journey shows the world that behind every perfect idol is a human who fought through rejection, loneliness, broken bones, and broken dreams. He kept going when quitting would have been easier. He kept smiling when crying was all he wanted to do. And because of that, he became one of the most loved artists on earth. This story reminds us all, your pain doesn't define you. How you rise from it does. If Jungkook's journey touched your heart or gave you the strength to keep fighting your own battles, drop a comment below and tell us which moment hit you the hardest: the lonely ramen nights, the endless rehearsals, or the way he turned every scar into strength. We read every single one. And if you want more raw, emotional stories that hit this deep, the next video waiting for you is the powerful, untold tale of BTS Jin, the worldwide handsome who hid his own pain behind laughter. Click it now, you won't regret it. Before you go, if this video moved you even a little, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another hidden story behind the stars we love. Thank you for watching, Army. Jungkook, thank you for showing us that even golden hearts carry invisible cracks and still shine anyway. See you in the next one.